Hello friends, today's topic is my lonely life. Let's rant.
Hey girl, what you doing? Me? Oh, nothing. Just lonely. I have been having some very strong feelings of loneliness lately. And while I hate that for me, I also know that it is extremely, extremely normal. As a single woman in my 30s, I ain't even gonna hold you. Life is great. I love the fact that, I don't have to answer to anyone. There's nobody out there cheating on me, talking to me crazy, taking advantage of me. But all of the benefits of having a relationship, I also don't have. Even the ones that seem small, like just having someone there to talk to love on, to enjoy each other's company, to be a support to each other on a regular daily basis with regular life happenings. That part can get to you. I think that right now, a lot of people have that mindset of, oh, self-love is the only love that you need. And, once you have that, you're not really going to want anyone, or that aspect of it doesn't truly matter as long as you love yourself. And while self-love is so freaking important, like I will scream it to the mountaintops all day long. We were made to be social and to have community and to have people to lean on and not do absolutely everything on our own. I would say that 95% of my single life, I'm Gucci. Like, I'm good. Keep the men away from me. I'm living my life. I'm doing my own thing. I'm finding out who I am, what I love, what I enjoy outside of the opinions and the presence of others. Especially just to have contentment in that and not to be rushing towards having someone just to have someone. I feel like I've lived a lot of lives to the point where I know that just having anything or anybody is for the birds. Miss me with it. Like, I would prefer to have absolutely no one to talk to, no one to text, nobody saying what you doing, checking up on me, than to have a toxic situation, because that can quite literally ruin your life. But I also know that two things can be true at once. You can be aware of that and, know that you don't want the wrong thing, and also have a desire for it. I am so much more willing now to wait for what God has for me than trying to make fetch happen and end up losing everything I've worked for, or my sanity, or my self-love, and losing myself within that relationship. Some of us have to learn the hard way in order to learn that. Some of us is me. I can't lie and say that I don't feel fulfilled in my life as a single woman. Yes, I thought that my life would be different than what it looks like right now. That was not what was in God's plan, and I accept that. And I believe that this season of my life has a purpose, and I want to steward it correctly. And I'm also finally not rushing for it to change. But I can also acknowledge that I do have moments where I feel super duper lonely. And it feels like, okay, Lord, can you at least give me like somebody to flirt with? Like somebody to go to dinner and do this and do that, and just have someone who will support me, and vice versa, who I can call and tell my good news to. And while, yes, I have friends for that, and my family, sure. But it's just different when you got a little something that you can call and flirt with. You know what I'm saying? But God also knows, God knows Maya. God knows that I'm a lover girl. He knows that I might not be capable of just having someone to just talk to. The Lord knows that I will fall in love. And if that is not the person that He ordained for me, or that I'm supposed to have in my life long term, then what is the point of bringing them into my life in the first place? Like, I'm very self-aware. And that aspect of me has gotten me in trouble in the past. And maybe the Lord knows that I'm just not ready. So the Lord and I just gonna have to thug it out until it's time for that man to come, because He knows that I can't handle it. But those moments of loneliness, child, they can really get to you. But in those moments, I try to, number one, remember everything I just said about being self-aware. And not only do I know that, but I also know that God's timing is perfect for my life. And I ask myself, what is it that I can do during this time that's going to help me steward this season the best way that I can? But I also allow myself to feel the loneliness and not push it away too much. I might drop a tear or have a little quick cry. However, I make sure that I don't stay there and I don't live in those feelings. At the end of the day, child, I'm just a girl. And I think it's natural for us to want that companionship. But simultaneously, we can still enjoy the single season, do our solo dates, our solo traveling, get to know ourselves, understand ourselves, all of the good things, and still very much want and desire that part of our life because it's very natural. The key for me is just not getting so caught up in that feeling that I accept absolutely anything just so that I'm not lonely or just so that I get what I desire by a certain age. I have done that, married and divorced in a very quick time because I was rushing, and I'm just really grateful that not only was I able to get up out of that, but that now I've learned that lesson that God's timing is perfect and not to try to make things happen on my own when they're not supposed to happen. Being single when you didn't think you would be is a beautiful time and a beautiful journey that includes a lot of emotions, and that includes loneliness. But you're not alone, sis. I'm right there with you. All right, girl. I'm gonna talk to you later.
I hope she finds someone soon. What do you think about this video? Comment down below and thank you for watching.